Hello, World Wide Web. Welcome to Hangin' With. I'm GW Pomichter. Thanks for logging on and tuning in. If you haven't already, go on down there and hit subscribe. This is your first time with us, thanks for hanging with us. We are here at Pensacon 2016 in Pensacola, Florida, and right now we are hanging with Ramon RJ Terrell, an author, an actor, and in our research, the author of the Hunter's Moon series and many more. And many more. So, RJ, how's it going today?
It's going fantastic.
Thanks for hanging with us, man.
Thanks for having
Really.
me.
So let's start with what she put on my card, because then she's off my back. Okay. So it's tell us about the Hunter's Moon series.
Hunter's Moon series is a vampire series, and it takes place in Vancouver, BC. And I think the big thing was it was the story I tried not to write. Because at the time, vampires were hot, and I was already writing a different trilogy in a fantasy setting. And I was like, I'm not going to write a vampire series. There's already plenty of those out.
Not going to do it.
By the time I was second way through the other trilogy I was writing, the story came so strong it wouldn't go away. And it was to the point where after I finished the trilogy I was working
Who
on,
wants vampires stuck in their head? All the time.
You don't want that
stuck
in your head.
You got to get them out.
Exactly.
You get them stuck in your head, and that's bad things happen.
Yeah, because then you start walking around baring your teeth at people, and people don't like that very much. So
It depends on where you're at.
That's true.
We interview some authors who write some stuff where baring your teeth at people is actually probably a good thing.
I probably would have gotten arrested.
Yeah. That's great. How's the con going for you?
It's going fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I mean, a lot of fans, a lot of readers?
Yeah, a lot of readers, a lot of people who come, and it's nice to see fellow book addicts.
Yes.
Because, I'm a reader first. You know what I mean? So, it's been a lot of fun.
Now, you're also an actor.
Yes.
Yeah, and you've got quite a list of credits.
Pretty good list.
So you're doing okay. Doing that now. You've got credits people may or may not know. You can IMDb Ramon and find a whole list of credits. But right here for the Pensacon crowd, he has done things like Supernatural, The 100, basically everything we watch at home.
Pretty much.
So now we have to go through and rewatch, and we'll find you in all of this stuff. So you, as an actor, you create a lot differently than you create in your books, because you're taking someone else's writing and creating a character, even a smaller character, based on what you pull out of that. How are the two creative experiences different for you?
To be honest, there's similarities and there's differences and similarities. I mean, when you get a script for a character and they're like, this is what the character is going through, this is what they are. You still sit down, you do the homework to the point where you kind of build the character yourself based on the information that you're given. You build that character, and then
It's kind of like building in a shared universe.
Yeah.
Here are the rules. Here are the rules you build your character.
Yeah. Based on the guideline that they give you, you build that character, and then when you walk into the room for an audition, other than the person, the actual writer of the show, and maybe the casting director, you're probably one of the people who knows this character the best.
Awesome.
And then they'll guide you. They're like, well, this is what they're going through, so kind of do it this way instead. So things like that, which is actually a lot of fun sometimes.
Is it? It's make believe.
It's make believe, but the funny thing is, it's make believe that sits in real life. And what I mean by that is, if you have a character that's going through something really emotional, it's like you actually have to sit in those emotions. Because, think about when you watch TV.
Yeah.
If the actor isn't feeling it, you're not going to feel it.
That's true. But you also work in the fantasy arena a lot. And unlike, when you're writing a book and you're painting the picture of the universe around you, when you're acting out, a lot of times you find yourself acting out a true emotional core, but in an entirely fantasy environment. How difficult is that?
It's honestly, the only thing different is the actual setting. It's all the same thing. Whether it's fantasy or whether it's real life, the characters go through all the same emotions, all the same struggles and fears and things like that. And there's little difference, relatively speaking, of fear if a lion is walking in front of me versus if a dragon is walking in front of me. I'm probably equally dead no matter which one it is.
One way
exactly.
Or another. Yeah.
So
one way you're going to be extra crispy. The other way you're just going to get rare.
Exactly. Actually, I'd probably rather go for the crispy because that'd be fast.
Yeah, it's fast. Yeah. The whole being lapped on before I'm dead is not a good idea.
We've gone morbid.
God, we did. We took a really. And they're going to get better. Okay, so it's Hanging With. We want to know a little bit about you, RJ, and we want the readers out there who are looking around to get to know you as a guy.
Okay.
So the girls choose random questions from a pile they have, and they don't tell me what they are.
Okay.
So I look over there, and I'm supposed to find out who your I like this one. Who's your favorite villain or bad guy?
My favorite villain. This is It's kind of funny because my favorite villain he evolved from a villain to an anti-hero. It's actually from a video game series called The Legacy of Kain.
Okay.
And you start off as a nobleman who gets turned into a vampire, and he goes for revenge. And as it evolves, from the second book on, he is actually the villain, not the protagonist.
Okay.
But then over the course of the 5 games, he actually evolves over thousands of years, and you get to see exactly what's going on with what he's doing, and he actually becomes an anti-hero.
That's a great choice, though, because the nature of us all is transformation.
Exactly.
Continuously transforming, and so to choose a villain that is going to transform in some way is kind of cool. That's insightful.
Yeah.
They do that. I don't have anything to do with that. But very insightful. Okay, so some favorite things. You're at Pensacon, okay? So we are entering the world of the universes that compete with each other. So Batman or Superman?
Oh, man. I'm going to go with Batman.
Gonna go with Batman?
I'm going to go with
Kind
Batman.
of that anti-hero thing happening there?
Batman, well, the whole thing is, I like heroes that make the villains more afraid. Because the villain always makes the average person afraid. There's nothing better than the hero who has the bad guys afraid.
I like that. That's okay. Very cool. So, okay, if you're stranded, you're going to be stranded on an island, okay? Who are you going to bring with you?
Oh, man. I'm stranded on an island. I'm going to go with a safe answer and not even make it anywhere near female. I'm stranded on an island.
All the ladies on YouTube just went, man. Anyway, so it's not you. So who are you going to bring with you?
Is this like
Just pick a person, anybody. Famous, not famous, family member, friend. Who are you going to bring with you?
Yeah, I'll be safe. I'm going to take my wife with me.
Going to take your wife with you?
And a horticulture book.
And a horticulture book. Good plan. Good plan. We didn't even get to ask that question. He was way ahead of us there. So what are you currently reading or watching on TV, or what stories are drawing your attention right now?
I'm actually currently reading Clockwork Angels by Kevin J. Anderson.
Awesome.
It's a
We just put that one on our list as well.
Yeah.
And so we're working our way over there. And then Clockwork Lives.
Yeah, that's next.
Yeah, so
beautiful.
We're looking forward to that. What project are you working on right now? Anything you can talk about?
We are.
So we asked Troy Jennings the same thing, and he went, "I can't talk about that." So
some stuff I can, some stuff I can't.
Okay.
I'm in a really funny comedy web series called Single and Dating in Vancouver.
Awesome.
And we're working on the 2nd season, and we managed to get the first 3 episodes, I believe. And I'm briefly in I think one of the 3 episodes, but in the last season, I'm in all of the last season.
Oh, fantastic!
And that is a ton of fun. It's a hoot. It's a lot of laughs.
It is. The web is changing the entertainment paradigm.
It is.
And it's a lot of fun to be a part of that right now. Someday we'll all be sitting in wheelchairs and we'll go, I remember when. And for right now, we're part of this huge paradigm shift, and it's an amazing thing to be a part of. You guys have a lot to do with that down at the Wordfire booth. The cooperative that you guys have together down there is amazing.
It is.
And the artists that are down there are coming in. How do you sell books when you're just gawking? I mean, I walked down there earlier today. You were standing between Troy Jennings and Claudia Christian.
Yeah.
How do you sell books?
I'll tell you. It's honestly, it's one of those things that, like, when you have a dream, you know what I mean, and then some of the authors and some of the actors that you grew up with or that you have just watched or read for just years and years, and then when you finally get to work with them, at first you walk in and then you fanboy for a second, and then after that, then the jokes start rolling in, and then all the anecdotes start to roll in.
Those are great folks down there.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic.
We're
people.
so grateful for all their help with the show. but just getting to know everybody has been so much fun. And those are
Yeah.
some great guys. And thank you very much for hanging with us,
Oh,
RJ.
it's my
I know
pleasure.
we have to get going. I get little warnings when they get mad at me.
Yeah, you don't want 'em mad at you at all.
We've been hanging with RJ Terrell, Ramon Terrell on IMDb. He's an author. He's an actor. He's the creator of the Hunter's Moon series. What's another set that you're kind of pushing down at the booth right now? What other stories are out there that people could find?
I have my Taka Shaniel trilogy. It's my more traditional fantasy trilogy.
Okay.
It's really cool. And currently available, Wordfire is probably going to pick it up later. It's my Saga of Ruination. The first
Saga
book.
of Ruination.
Yeah, and it's Unleashed is the first book.
All right, there's no spoilers there. That doesn't end well.
Yeah.
All right.
That one is
we have been
huge.
hanging with RJ Terrell. Thanks for hanging with us, RJ. Log on, tune in, and see who we're hanging with next.